Welcome to the step-by-step tutorial on installing Docker on Windows. In this video, we will guide you through the installation process, ensuring you have everything set up correctly. And we will also containerizing simple application with Docker. Presented by yours truly, Junella Juera, Ganoy Maria Desiri, Bual Ivy Rose, and Soldivilio Antonio, with the following objectives. Number 1, install Docker. Number 2, create a simple Python application. Number 3, write a Docker file. Number 4, build the Docker image, and lastly, run the Docker container. Now, let's get started. First, open your preferred web browser and search for Docker Docs. Press enter. Click on the first search result to access the official Docker documentation. Next, click on Get Docker, scroll down, and you'll see 3 download options. Since we were installing on Windows, click Docker Desktop for Windows. Then click the first choice, the Docker Desktop for Windows -x86 to start the download. This will take a while, so wait for it. While waiting for the download to finish, let's check the system requirements. The first requirement is WSL version 1.1.3.0 or later. To check your WSL version, press Window K plus R and type CMD. Press enter. In the command prompt, type WSL and hit enter. Since WSL isn't installed yet, type the command WSL -- install for the installation of WSL. Then wait for it to complete. Now, if you look at the left side of the screen, you can see that the Docker download is complete. But before that, we need to finish the system requirements first. So we need to wait for this to install. Okay, it's done. Next, we need to ensure that we're running Windows 11 64-bit Home or Pro, or version 22H2 or higher. To check this, press Window K plus R, then type WinVer and press enter. A window will appear and displaying your Windows version. If it's 22H2 or higher, then you're good. You're good to go. Now let's enable the WSL2 feature in Windows. Search for the Enable Windows features in the Windows search bar. If you can't find it, open the control panel. Then search for Windows feature. Program and features, the Windows feature. Scroll down to find the Windows subsystem for Linux. Check the box. Then click OK and wait for it to finish. Close it.
Next, we need to enable hardware virtualization in BIOS. To check if it's already enabled, open Task Manager and searching it in the window bar. And inside the Task Manager, you will see the More Details. Click the More Details and go to the Performance tab. And inside the Performance tab, you will see the CPU. Select it. And inside the CPU, you will look for virtualization. If it's enabled, you're all set. Then, you click the X. And now, let's start the Docker installation. Click on the downloaded Docker installer and wait for it to load. Make sure to check the box Use WSL2 and add shortcut to desktop. If it's already selected, just click OK. Wait for the unpacking process to complete. Once done, you'll see a message saying installation succeeded. If it's your first time installing Docker, you'll see a close and restart button instead of just close. Click it to restart your computer. As you can see in the video, this is our second time installing it, so there's a close button into it. Click the close button, click the Docker desktop, and the Docker subscription service agreement will appear. Click the accept, then you'll be asked if you're using Docker for work or personal use. This choice is up to you. You can also sign in with your email or skip this step. As I'm doing in this tutorial, I'm also skipping the survey. Now, the Docker is now starting its engine. If you will see this error, like this in the tutorial, just click the Restart the WSL integration. So what's the reason of this error? So this error occurs if the WSL services didn't start properly. Restarting the integration should fix it. Now, wait for it to load again. And that's it. You've successfully installed Docker on Windows. Now you're ready to start using containers for development. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tech tutorials. Thanks for watching.
Let's proceed on creating a simple application using Plus as our engine in Python. So first you may need to install it in your directory. So let's go to the terminal and let's make sure we are on the right folder and let's input this command pip install plus. After that, we can proceed on creating our Plus app. So this Plus app or app.py and HTML template or index.html work together using Plus. So from our Plus app, we import Plus, render template, request, and redirect. So from the Plus app, it reads the HTML file using the render template function, and this functions with two lists, which are the active tasks and the completed tasks. And this syntax here routes and displays the web page. So let's go to our index.html file, and here we created a simple to-do list web app using HTML, and it's custom with CSS styles, and this is to be integrated with Plus app. So this simple to-do list web page have two functions, which are the active task and the completed task, and this here indicates that the active task loops on done and delete buttons. So when a user inputs a task and clicks add task, the form sends the task to Flask by a request function, and it will be stored in the task list. So here are the functions for the delete and done button. So this redirect function is used to reload the page after delete or done is performed to reflect the changes in the page. So to summarize, the Plus app or this app.py basically handles the logic or functionality from the HTML template, which are mainly the storing and updating tasks. And then this Plus app displays the data of the HTML. So now let's try to run or navigate our web page. Let's go to terminal and let's just type Python app.py and Here we are given the link to our web page. So let's go. And here it is. So we see that it has successfully navigated with the functionalities working. With this integration, the to-do list works like a full web page where users can add, complete, and delete tasks accordingly.
So now I'll show you how to containerize a simple Flask to-do list app using Docker. So let's go to Docker file, and I'll just paste this code so we can save time. So from Python 3.9 Slim, so this line uses Python 3.9 Slim, which is the lightweight version of Python as the base environment for the container. And work dir app, so this sets up as the working directory. So all commands and files will be handled inside this folder in the container. And copy that app, so this command copies all the files and folders from our project into the app directory inside the container. And this line installs all the required Python libraries listed in requirements.txt to make sure that Flask app works inside the container. And expose 5000, so this tells Docker to open port 5000 so our Flask app can be accessed from outside the container. And this env flask underscore app equals app.py, so this sets an environment variable that tells Flask which is the file is main application. In this case it is the app.py. And env flask underscore run host equals 0.0.0.0. So this makes Flask listens to all incoming connection, so which allows to access the app from our browser outside the container. And this command to run the Flask app. So now we're gonna build the Docker container. So let's go to terminal and type docker build -t to do app that. So this command builds the image from the Docker file, and then next is docker run -p 5000 to do app. So this runs the container while making the app accessible on port 5000. So let's see if it is in the Docker desktop. So here it is. So it's already started. So let's gonna click this 5000 port. So it is the to-do list app. So let's try this working. Laundry. Gonna add and so add task, and then we can delete it, and if it's done we're gonna click done. So that's how you can easily containerize a Flask app using Docker. And that's all. Thank you.